Woke up one Sunday morning, told my daddy I'm leaving home, going off to the city tomorrow, even though I don't know where to go.
22,000 people. The other way of doing it is investments and, making your money work for you. So here you're leveraging your time, you're doing a job once, setting up a system or building a network, and you're getting paid residual income over and over again. And this is what enabled me to replace my job income and pay all. See, most people over here are working to pay their bills. Over here, we're actually working systems to create wealth and investment. So I've become a property landlord. I'm also now a shareholder in more than 30 different companies, and a few of them actually going public this year. I was just saying to Dr. Sunday there that this year I'm actually on track to become a millionaire in my 30s. I'm only 36. So
Hello, my name is Grace Abimbola Alexander. I'm here at the conference organized by Canuk Youth. It's been interesting. It's an eye-opener. I want to encourage youth out there to come to these conferences because they can learn how to create, how to imagine, how to create, how to get support. And for more information on future events by Canuk Youth, you can contact them on their website, which is canukyouth.org, and you can also contact Ambassador Shoele, who is the coordinator of programs that will improve your leadership skills as youths within our community. Thank you.
To business, other people might decide to be employed or employ other people. Stick to what works best for you. So so I am going to focus on making yourself attractive to employers. So my profile, once again, I got a BSc in accounting from the University of Abuja, an MSc in international business with distinction from Coventry University in 2010, and I've got a PhD in strategic management from Loughborough University. I used to know Shaitan from Loughborough University. So I teach managing and leading strategic change. Bisola has gone through all of this. My research focuses on ambidexterity, organizational culture, and middle management development. I consult on culture and strategy as well. And these are the, side businesses, side also that are actually, engaging in my spare time. So I teach personal and professional development to year 1, 2, and 3 students at Nottingham Trent University. So aside being a lecturer teaching business and strategy, I am also an academic mentor to business and management students.
Hello, my name is Veronica Yediran, and I've just attended the Canuk Youth Career Center today, and it's been absolutely amazing. It's really great. I've gotten so much advice, and I suggest you check them out and definitely attend more events. So yes, thank you, and check it out.
Generation. We make a lot of plans and we hardly implement them because there's so many other things trying to take your money. There's a Beyonce concert somewhere, there's your friends trying to pull up some, trying to get Jordan trainers. There's just so many distractions. Michael Kors watch, you want to carry a Chanel bag, even if you've never earned an income, you just want to belong. There's so many things distracting us as a generation that does not allow us to have the kind of resilience that the fathers who actually paid most of our school fees had in their time. When I was listening to his story, he spoke about being kicked out of school the first time and getting into school the second time. That whole kind of process, sometimes it helps to organize your brain, to help you know what comes first and what is priority, and it helps you know the value of education.
I'm Dr. Kelechi Anyikule, from some of you know me from Arsenal Fan TV. I'm here at the Imperial College for the Canuk Youth event on career development. Yes, you should get involved with Canuk Youth. That's the Central Association of Nigerians in the UK. Their youth network. They are doing very well, impacting on lives of young ones. If you can pay for a Beyonce concert, or if you can pay for the video, you can come here as well. It's free. They run their programs monthly or every 3 months. Do try and come and participate. Bye.
Paul Bodri. I'm an LLM International Finance Law student at King's College, London. I'm here for the Canuk conference. It was very impactful. And yeah, I'm sorry to say, those who couldn't attend, you missed a lot. So one advice for all of you, check out their websites, go to their Facebook page to know up-to-date conferences coming up.
It's Aldo Oluwasegun. I've just attended the Canuk UK conference and it has been really inspiring and educative. I encourage every young person, every young Nigerian student in the UK to attend this program. You can check out the canuk.org.uk website to get more information. Thank you.
And this afternoon, thank you, Yemi. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you, Chairman, too. I need to acknowledge you there. So what I thought I would do today is I just want to be a catalyst, someone that will stir something in you by sharing my own career journey with each one of you. Is that okay? And anything I say here stays in the room. Is that right? You all laughed? No?
Yes.
What?
For security reasons.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it stays in the room. Okay.
Can it be on paper?
Yes, you can. So why you keep it in your... I'm just kidding. There's nothing. Yes. So you've seen a little bit about what I do. Yeah, I'm an accountant, and I work for London House and Station. So I have a degree in computer science. So I was once a computer programmer. I am a chartered accountant. I have an MBA. I have Prince 2. So a lot of qualifications. And I'm really passionate about seeing youngsters, people in the black minority ethnic group excel in the area of their career. So I'm really passionate about that. So what am I saying? While you're seated here, forget about whatever happened, whatever is around you, whatever, people look at themselves and think they're inadequate. Forget about that. But you need to have a dream that you can latch onto. I had one and I latched onto that dream. So as I talk, I'll be dropping some nuggets. So have a dream. Okay, so I had my dream. This is the company I wanted to work for. And I was so passionate about working for PwC. You know some of the things I did? They have an office in Embankment, and they have a revolving door. When I'm going past that building with my friends, they will walk past. I will go in, they have the revolving door, and I'll behave like I'm walking there. So I'll go in, and then I'll come out. I'm sure the security and I'm wondering, who's that lady? But it meant so much to me, so there are certain steps I took. So I've just spoken about I had a dream. Then I now knew what I needed to do, which was to see how I can get on a graduate training scheme. And it sounded very easy then. But as I started applying for these schemes, I realized that they're as competitive as they can be. They're so hard to get on, even the things they're looking for. So it looked like I'd reached another, brick wall. Brick wall, thank you. But I was really determined. That's another thing you need. You need to be determined. Don't let anything hold you back.
I haven't got a PhD. I haven't got enough experience as well again. But I came to the UK roughly 11 years ago. And I think for the first 2 or 3 months, I stayed at my best friend's place. I was at University of Lagos before coming here. But I had that passion that I wanted to study a degree in mechanical engineering. So the first college I went to here, it wasn't the kind of college I wanted to go to, so I left. I went to University of Brighton. I couldn't pay my tuition fee the first year. Kicked me out. And the following year I went to University of Sussex, did my degree in mechanical engineering. I went on to do my master's in technology and innovation management. So during my master's, I discovered a flair for innovation, for us coming up with creative ways of finding solutions to problems. And I'm just going to, put us through the process and things that I think that will be beneficial to us. What we are up to in Nigeria as associate box, and now we believe that our platform is ready for Nigeria. This is of recent. Now people are even going on the street with cardboards. This is what I've got a PhD. Who's going to help you? You want me to be educated? Great, I'm educated right now. But what's next? They've done the epic. Here you can spend 3 years in university. In Nigeria you spend 5-6 years in average. They've done the hard bit, but what are they going to do next? So I see resilience from these people. Let's look at this guy here. Great. I don't know what everybody's done is background, but this is what everybody does on the street. I mean, in Nigeria, Lagos. But this guy just thought about it. Okay, maybe let me use my initiative. Let me wear a suit. Let me change with a bow tie. With a bow tie.
Louis, that's your mind.
Let me see. Maybe I will get the attention. And he got the attention, the whole Nigeria, the whole world. This was posted on the internet page. It was on CNN as well. Desire. Whatever it takes, forget about the resources, forget about what's going on around me. But I want to be successful. I want to go first. What do I have to do?
You know, the whole planning and, you know, it's very true. But my problem is that I'm not very good at it. You see, that's my problem. I'm not very good at planning. I'm not very good at strategizing, or, you know, it's very, very difficult for me to do. And I think it's something that I'm learning now after a few years. And when he was, sorry, I forgot his name. Is it you? What's your name, sir? Deepo. And he kept referring, yes, he kept saying to you young ones, and I was thinking to myself, gosh, I'm not that old, am I? To you young ones, to you. And I'm like, my journey started, when did it start? I came to the UK for the first time in 2009. Oh, one other thing. I think one of the reasons why we hear everybody's story, I think, is because people need to tell you that, you know, well, okay, let me rephrase that. One of the reasons why we hear everybody's stories is that they want you to learn that when you hit a brick wall, that's not the end. You know, they want you to learn that they never got it easy, but they've been able to break through.
He said, CEO, not here, Croydon. I said, okay, if you want to get a job, how do you get it? He said, that's the manager, go and see that manager. So I went up to the manager, a lady from Philippines, and the lady said to me, what have you got? I said, I want to do my PhD. Please, don't think PhD will get you all the money. Because there are some people that out there, they don't want to hear PhD. They just want to know that you can work. They don't care whether you have PhD or not. So the lady said PhD. I said I should just sit down. Anyway, she didn't take me. Along the line, I called the gentleman back. I saw the manager. They took me on. They said I should go and look for 150 names. I gave them 500 names. Because I needed that job. I looked at the gentleman. This guy, what do you do? I asked him. He said, you just talk. You speak to people. I said, okay, if I have to be speaking for money tonight, I will speak. For that £10,000. So the first month, they paid me £5,000. I said, hey. The second month, they paid me £15,000. The third month, and I started every week, they were paying me 15, 20 weekly. So in a month, it got to a point I was making about £40,000. I now looked around. I said, people must not know that this is, in a month, £40,000. Okay? So I started saying, please, you see, you can be employed. But if you're employed, you are working for somebody.
So if you want something, you go for it. That thing's not going to come to you. Anyway, my question is to my chairman, Honorable Babatunde Loye. You told us how you make all your money, which I was very impressed. I've never heard that story before. Can you please adopt me?
You're welcome. I will adopt you straight away.
Wonderful.
With all the money that you're making.
It's addressed to Mr. Deepo, Mrs. Morenike, and Mr. Henry. The employability tips you shared are very useful, but we also have to remember that supply must meet demand. So in the United Kingdom, it's all fine and dandy where you have employability tips, you dress smartly, you prepare for the work environment, But if you're going to translate that back to the Nigerian setting, especially in the current economic situation that we're going through, how feasible are your tips really for our current economic situation where people are being retrenched, there are no jobs, the oil prices are dropping? So does it relate to just the UK market, or how feasible is it in the Nigerian market?
About, making yourself more, attracting yourself to employees and to employers rather, and improving yourself. I think you can also think about those skills, adaptability, creativity, being confident, multitasking and all of that. You can actually think about it in the context of starting your own business. So I say to a lot of young people in Nigeria, the statistics came out, I think it was 2 weeks ago, when Dr. Yemikel, I think he's the DG of National Bureau of Statistics in Nigeria, came out and said 50% of young people in Nigeria are unemployed. So it's not just about employability skills for looking for a job. Those skills can also be applicable if you have your own business. And there was a guy who was arguing with me on Twitter yesterday about, so I said, these are the sort of skills that you need to get, blah, 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 to make yourself more competitive as an individual, either in business or in employment. And he said to me, but we have the skills, what is the government doing? Why can the government not give us jobs? And I said, see, unfortunately, and this is the reality all over the world, the federal government of the United States, of Russia, of wherever, they can't employ everybody. So while some people are going to use those skills and get into the labor market.
But there's always a need. I'll give an example. So there are loads of hairdressers around, and I've heard this because I do a lot of talks and things. And people say, oh, there's so many hairdressers. But there's still one need. A lot of women now are going into natural hair, all right? But there's no salon that caters for that. No, not even one salon caters for that. So there's always a gap. Find that gap in the market and see if you can create the solution. That's one thing, but you use those skills to distinguish yourself and to establish yourself and to make it a viable business. That's what.
Ibisu, are you going back to Nigeria?
I don't want to.
But if nothing changes, would you go back to Nigeria?
The same way you had dogged faith, I also have dogged faith. I'm not going back.
Okay, but what if, so basically your question is, if, I know you don't want to go back, but let's imagine that something happens and then, I'll go back, and you end up going back to Nigeria. Is that the reason why you've asked this question? Because if you're not going to go back to Nigeria, then the question is not really relevant to you.
I'm
But
like a plan C or D.
Okay, fine. What did you study?
Wireless and telecoms. I'm doing management. I'm doing global business, now.
Global business?
Yeah, global business.
Okay. So if you go back to Nigeria, where would you live? Abuja. Your global business degree, I don't know what it means, but I'm sure it means business all over the place. Right? HSBC always talks about global business, but local impact or something like that. Starting somewhere. And I think it's in line with what everybody has said. But if I ask you the one thing that you think you're good at, what would you say that is? Don't tell me global business. What?
Speaking in public.
Speaking in public.
Yeah.
So you like public speaking?
Yeah.
Okay, question. Now, what will you talk about?
I want to inspire youth, particularly women.
Women to do what?
Young girls and women.
To do what?
I haven't gotten there, so of course.